Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into a tool that honestly seems super simple on the surface, but trust me, it can totally change the relationship you have with your users. Let's get right into it.
So, let me ask you something. I want you to really think about this for a second. You and your team, you're working hard. You're shipping amazing updates, squashing bugs, adding cool new features. But do your users actually have any idea this is happening? If you're hesitating, well, you might just have a black box problem. And this slide? Wow, this really paints the picture, doesn't it? Over on the left, that's the mountain of work, the innovation, the sweat your team puts in. And on the right, that tiny little sliver is what your users actually know about. That huge gap in the middle, that's not just a communication problem. That's a canyon where engagement goes to die, where trust starts to fade, and where you can lose customers for good. So why is closing this gap so incredibly important? Because it's about completely flipping the script with your users. It's about shifting from a monologue, where you're just shouting features into the void, to a real dialogue, where your users feel like they're actually a part of your product's journey.
You see, when you get communication right, it's not just one little benefit. It creates this amazing, powerful cycle that feeds itself. Just look at this. When you boost feature adoption, what happens? You build user trust. That trust, in turn, increases retention. And when you have happy, retained users, well, that's how you close that all-important feedback loop. Each part just makes the next one stronger. It's beautiful.
Let's drill down on that for a second. Making your users feel heard and valued? That is huge. It's you saying, hey, we're listening. When they see you're constantly working on the product, they're way less likely to leave. They know the thing is alive, it's getting better, and, of course, the big one, you're getting them to actually use all the cool new stuff you spent all that time building.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem. We know why it's so critical to solve. So, what's the answer? What's the most elegant, effective solution? Well, say hello to the Changelog widget. Seriously, just think of it as giving your product its own voice, right inside the app where your users live and breathe.
Let's get super clear on what we're talking about here. The most important phrase on this slide is in-app component. This is not another email that gets buried in an inbox. It's not a blog post that people have to go hunting for. Nope, it's a direct line, a live stream of updates delivered right where they are when it matters most. It's basically unmissable.
And this right here shows you the night and day difference. The old way is totally passive, right? You're asking the user to do the work, to go find the info completely out of context. The widget way, it's active. It brings the news right to their doorstep inside their workflow at the perfect moment. It's a total game changer.
But listen, having a great tool is only half the battle. You can have the best widget in the world, but the real magic, the secret sauce, is in how you write your updates. It's about turning what can feel like a boring, technical chore into a genuinely interesting conversation.
And luckily, there's a simple but super powerful framework for this. Think of it like a 4-step recipe. First, write a title like a human, not an engineer. Second, always explain the why. What's in it for the user? Third, show them, don't just tell them. A quick picture or a GIF is worth 1,000 words. And finally, tell them what to do next with a clear call to action.
Okay, check this out. This is that framework in the wild. It's perfect. The title? Organize your workspace with folders. Simple, human. The why? Right there. Reduce clutter and find what you need, faster. They even threw in a visual cue, and the call to action is crystal clear. Try it now. Notice how it's all about the user's benefit, not just a dry list of technical specs. That's how it's done.
So as we start to wrap this up, it's so important to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. A Changelog widget is way more than just a little notification tool. It is a relationship-building machine. Every single update you post is a chance to build trust, to show momentum, and to remind your users that you're in their corner, constantly working to make their lives better.
So, what are the big takeaways here? If you walk away with anything, let it be these 3 things. Number 1, that communication gap is real and it's costing you more than you think. Number 2, a simple little Changelog widget isn't just a feature, it's a strategic weapon. And finally, and this is the most important one, great updates are always about the user's story, how their world gets better, not just your feature checklist. And that really leaves us with one final big question to chew on. If your product updates could talk, what story would they be telling your users about you right now? Think about it. Thanks so much for tuning in.